Go. It just shows how quickly things can change here. We were outside filming, really calm. There had been shells that had come in this morning, but again, it had gone quiet. Everything felt very, very normal, but we've just had to come in here to take cover because there's been incoming mortar fire.
Владимир Путин, обращаются к вам дети Украины. Отзовите свои войска.
Sometimes, unfortunately, our hypothetical scenarios get real. Today, we want to show you the footage filmed and shared by Ukrainians who are under attack from Russian forces. This is happening today. Please turn your sound on. On February 24th, Russian President Vladimir Putin started a war. If you were in Kyiv that day, you'd have woken up at 5 a.m. to the sound of explosions and shattering windows. Russia turned Kyiv into this. They hit strategic targets and residential buildings. They didn't just hit Kyiv, but also many other cities across Ukraine. The following clip you see might be disturbing. This happened in Kyiv on day 2 of the war. This is the driver of the vehicle. Luckily, he survived being run over by a tank. Ukrainians are fighting for their country and their freedom. They've asked NATO to help protect Ukrainian airspace and to cut Russia off of the SWIFT global banking transfer system. You can help the people of Ukraine by sharing this video.
A week so far of mixed signals, symbolic de-escalation and some red flags. Following more warnings from US officials that a Russian invasion of Ukraine was imminent, and the Ukrainian president saying it turned out, ironically, that they were expecting an invasion on the 16th of February, President Putin announced on Tuesday that Russia would be sending some troops back to their bases after military exercises completed. Ukraine essentially said, we'll have to see it to believe it. And there was scepticism from Western officials who said that they'd seen no evidence that any partial withdrawal of troops had begun, and they needed to see if the pullback would make a meaningful difference in Russia's ability to invade. Nevertheless, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said that there were reasons for cautious optimism. But hours after Russia's announcement, Putin called what's happening in Donbass genocide. The Donbass is a region in southeastern Ukraine which contains 2 unrecognized territories controlled by Russian-backed separatists, Donetsk and Luhansk. This is significant because in 2014, Putin also cited threats against ethnic Russians in Ukraine as partial justification for when Russia annexed Crimea. Plus, on Tuesday, Russian lawmakers voted to ask Putin to recognize those breakaway territories in Ukraine as independent nations. Biden then said that 150,000 Russian troops remained in a threatening position around Ukraine, an increase from previous estimates. And he added that an invasion remains a distinct possibility. And then Ukraine was hit by a cyber attack, penetrating the defense ministry, the army, one of the country's largest commercial banks. It wasn't immediately clear who was responsible, but cyber attacks would be consistent with the destabilizing hybrid warfare Ukraine has suspected Russia of in the past.
The Kremlin has already selected and prepared a puppet regime to take over Ukraine's government. Russian President Putin claims the invasion is going strictly according to plan, despite fierce resistance. This dashcam video shows multiple projectiles about to strike. This man recording a video when a missile strikes.
Сломались, пацаны. Сломались.
Закольку сорял.
Можно оттащить на Россию обратно. А вы хоть знаете, куда вы едете?
Нет.
Куда?
Нет.
На Киев, блядь, хуярите. Да.
А что нам по новостям говорят?
Ну, у вас пока все на нашей стороне. Ваши и плен сдаются хорошо. Потому что тоже пацаны не знают, куда едут, не ехать, блядь. И я вот всю колонну пообспрашивал таких, как вы, никто не в курсе вообще, кто куда едет.